lyrics in it of songs from the Singing Resistance Songbook. I don't have time to do a couple of these. I know we have to get on to the service, but I'd like to sing a couple of those. The first one is called We Are Not Afraid. Do you see where that is? It's in the little box. And now we're going to have some of the choir members going to help us out. So we're just going to sing each of these through a few times. This is a songbook that was created within the last couple of weeks by the resistance movement in Minneapolis, Minnesota. They made this songbook, and these are just 4 of the songs from the book that they put together to sing while they're marching. So this is We Are Not Afraid. 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 We will live for liberation, 'cause we know why we were made. We are not afraid. We are not afraid. We will live for liberation, 'cause we know why we were made. We are not afraid. We are not afraid. We will live for liberation, 'cause we know why we were made. We were not afraid. We are not afraid. We will live for liberation, 'cause we know why we were made. Since we're going to go to the third, since we know we're going to have a time issue, there's a song called Hold On. Hold On. Let's sing after Hold on. Hold on. My dear ones, here comes the dawn. Hold on. Hold on. My dear ones, here comes the
Good morning. Welcome to the Community Church of Chapel Hill, Unitarian Universalist. My name is Jean McKinney, and I'm a member of the Worship Associates Ministry. I especially want to welcome any visitors or newcomers to our church and call your attention to a note for you on the back of the order of service. We welcome you here. I would also like to welcome those of you who are attending online. The lyrics to hymns and all elements of the service may be found on your screen, and a complete order of service, including this week's announcements, is available via the link in the Sunday morning email and on the church website. Our in-person Sunday social is held immediately following the service. Please turn off or silence any cell phones during our service to maintain a worshipful experience. Whoever you are, whomever you love, however you arrived at this beloved place, you are welcome here. This morning we have within these walls, Heather O'Connor from our Board of Trustees is going to talk about our annual pledge drive.
Good morning, everyone. When Larry and I first visited the community church of Chapel here nearly 20 years ago, Glenn and the house band were playing the song, "What Are You Doing for the Rest of Your Life?" I thought, how novel and refreshing to hear a 70s pop ballad at church. Well, I was uplifted by the music in the sanctuary. Larry, my husband, looked around the sanctuary and realized he could wear shorts to church. And we both realized this was the place for us. Like, we found our home. During pledge season, it's important to understand how our contributions fortify an organization like the community church. Ensuring staff are offered fair wages and great benefits, maintaining our campus and the surrounding grounds, budgeting funds for religious education, and funding ministerial operations. Over the years, we've given as generously as we could manage and increased our annual pledges in concert with our income. I believe in this church and all that it stands for. From seeing our 2 children thrive through RE, to the sense of purpose that I felt serving on committees and on the church board, I couldn't have imagined how telling it would be to hear the song, "What Are You Doing for the Rest of Your Life?" at my first service, because it seems pretty apparent that I'll be attending this church for the rest of my life. I hope that you'll pledge generously this year during pledge season. Thank you.
Please stand in body or spirit for our opening hymn, Wo Ya Ya. It's on page 1020 in the Teal hymnal. James Baldwin once wrote, "The children are always ours, every single one of them, all over the globe." At church, we often discover that what is ours, our responsibility, our concern, is much more expansive than we could have realized on our own. We join in worship, not only to give thanks, not only to leave offerings of our love at the altar of the holy, but also so that we ourselves are changed. When we join in worship, we open ourselves to the great joy and inevitable discomfort of growth and self-discovery. May we, in this hour, remember that we are never done, never finished learning, and that there is always room for more love and greater care. Come, let us worship together. You will find the words for our chalice lighting in your order of service. If you wish to do so, please join me in saying them. History, despite its wrenching pain, cannot be unlived, but if faced with courage, need not be lived again. Lift up your eyes upon the day breaking for you. Give birth again to the dream.
It's gonna rain, it's gonna rain. You better get ready and bear this in mind. God showed him the rainbow sign. He said there won't be war, it's gonna be fire the next time. It's gonna rain, it's gonna rain. You better get ready and bear this in mind. God showed him the rainbow sign. Said it won't be war, it's gonna be fire the next time. Way back in the Bible days, Noah told the people, hey, it's gonna rain. When he told them, he paid them no mind. When it happened, they were left behind. Come on now, it's gonna rain, it's gonna rain. You better get ready, you better in mind. God showed him the rainbow sign. He said there won't be water, gonna be fire the next time. Noah told the people in plenty of time, but they were too sinful and they were too blind. When it came, that awful day, they tried to pray, but their prayer was too late. Come on now. It's gonna rain, it's gonna rain. You better get ready and bear this in mind. God showed him the rainbow sign. He said there won't be war, there's gonna be fire next time. Noah told the people, sorry my friends, God's got the key and you can't get in. Something don't happen to the hearts of men, the same thing is gonna happen again. Last time, it's gonna rain, it's gonna rain. Oh, you better get ready and bear this in mind. God told him the rainbow sign. Said it won't be water, but fire the next time.
So at this time, we are going to honor those who within the past 7 months have made the decision to become members of our church community. Each of the persons whose name Rachel's about to call meet the requirements for membership in our church. They've taken the Exploring Membership class. And so new members, as Rachel calls your name, please join us here at the front of the sanctuary and resist the temptation to speak into the microphones.
We have many folks who are out of town or can join us today, and participating in this recognition is optional, but these are the names of the folks who have joined in the past several months, and some of whom will be joining us for the second service. Nancy Ballantyne, Kim Newstrom, Mark Underwood, Barbara Scott, Samir Kalata, Anna Brunn, Heather Paddock, Dave Boyles, Mike Brown, Kevel Wilson, Andy Furr, Candace Winkler, and some of whom will join us today. Please go ahead and join us right here. Thank you.
On behalf of the membership committee, it is really a joy to welcome you into this community of memory and hope. Each time we welcome a new member, we become something new. So we ask you, as our newest members, will you promise to walk together with us, sharing the joys and responsibilities of membership? If so, please say, we will. We will. Members of the Community Church of Chapel Hill, Unitarian Universalist, will you welcome these people into our congregation? Will you reach out to them in friendship, including them in our activities and fellowship? Will you be open to their unique gifts and perspectives? Will you extend a warm welcome to each of them, remembering that each of us was once a new member? If so, please say, we will.
We will.
Becoming a member of this church is an important first step, but it is only a first step. We invite you new members to grow in your faith as you find and share your special gifts with us. Ours is a shared ministry, and each of us has a crucial role to play. And we need you. We need your energy. We need your ideas. As you give generously of yourselves, we all become richer.
And we came bearing gifts. So now what's going to happen is that Rachel's going to move down the line and present each of you with a chalice pin. And then Sarah and I will follow with a warm, welcoming handshake. No gifts from Sarah and I. And that once we've moved through the line, we'll all applaud.
Freely have we received gifts that minister to our needs of body and spirit. Gladly we bring to our church and its wide concerns a portion of its bounty. We will now receive the morning offering.
It's a mighty long way.
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 From over yonder.
From over yonder.
It's a mighty long way.
It's a mighty long way.
From there to here.
From there to here.
And you can just go ooh here. We're gonna make it. Oh yes, one step at a time. So we can make that walk from there to here. All right, let's try it again. It's a mighty long way.
It's a mighty long way.
From over yonder.
From over yonder.
It's a mighty long way.
It's a mighty long way.
From there to here.
From there to here.
We're gonna take. Sorry. We're gonna take it. One step at a time so that we can make that walk from there to here. What can a man see outside his window? It's a whole lifetime from there to here. And all those people who gave their sweat and their blood so that we can make that walk from there to here. We go. It's a mighty long way. It's a mighty long way. From over yonder. Over yonder. It's a mighty long way. It's a mighty long way. From there to here. From there to here. And we're gonna take it. Oh yes, one step at a time. So we can make that walk from there to here. Now every child born is a revolution with the song inside. Some won't hear it, and some hear nothing else. Working night and day just to keep that dream alive. When you got a dream, you got to stand up and shout it loud and clear. What's that I'm hearing? That's the voice of the people singing, that we will make that voice from there to here. Sing it loud so they can hear it in Washington now. It's a mighty long way, it's a mighty long way. From over yonder. Over yonder. It's a mighty long way, it's a mighty long way. From there to here. And we're gonna take it, ooh, so one step at a time. So we can make that walk from there to here.
After 2 weeks of no in-person church, I missed all of you. It's good to be back, good to be back. Each week, we hold a time in our service for sharing the joys and the sorrows that we bring with us into this community. It's during this time that if you've come with either a significant personal joy or a sorrow, that you're invited to come forward, place a stone in the bowl, share your joy or your sorrow. And also say your name so we know who you are. Susan, would you like to?
Good morning, I'm Susan McDaniel, and on Tuesday I will be having surgery on my hip, fairly minor surgery, but I will be no weight bearing for 6 weeks. And since I'm the primary caregiver for my wife, it's going to be a challenge. And the caring ministry and family are going to be helping me out. But I'm looking forward to it, so it's over, but I'm not looking forward to it.
Rosemary Dean. I have 2 joys. I've updated on my dad over the last couple years in his heart struggles after a pacemaker, and then 2 defibrillator surgeries. He is now out of heart failure, and his heart is incredibly strong compared to what it was. The other joy is that for the first time as a mother, a couple weeks ago, I got to go to a beautiful healing retreat with an incredible group of women in Nicaragua to kind of kickstart some more serious healing work, and I feel really grateful for that.
Hello, my name is Tracy McNeil, and some of you know I work in women's health, and I have a joy to share. I was invited to New York last week to join a group of 4 universities working together with industry to get a big coalition grant from the NSF to build out the infrastructure that's been missing in women's health for the last, millennia. I've been invited back next week to do a closed-door session, so I thought you might be happy to hear that the NSF actually is still alive and well and granting money for things. So hopefully I'll be back sharing another joy that we got the grant in another few months.
We're Alan and Susan Spalt, and we're here because of the death of a friend who we knew from the time he was in his mom's womb. She's one of our oldest friends and lived in Durham. Died of colon cancer, which hits African Americans harder than the rest of us because he gets less care.
He will be missed. He was not young, but since we knew him when he was just a year old, it's hard to picture the grief that his family is facing. Thank you.
I knew him before he was one.
Hi, I'm Jess Walden Gray, and I have a joy to share, which is something I never expected. We live very far from our families, both my parents and Ben's parents, and my parents just closed on a second home, a 4-minute walk from our house 2 days ago. So, which was very unexpected. My mom's retiring from being an academic and a career nurse. My dad's retired as an engineer. So we're gonna see them a lot more. I'm gonna pick up the keys at noon. So this is something I never expected. We've got 2 kids and we do it all with our community here, and they're gonna be part of it soon. So I'm really excited. Yeah.
Hi everybody, my name is Trilce Marquez, and I have just all the joy in my heart that we get to hear Benito, or Bad Bunny, tonight at the Super Bowl. Someone who sounds like every Saturday morning that I grew up, and it just fills my heart with joy, so I hope you enjoy as well.
The side of me that's trying not to give in to temptation wants to say something about the Super Bowl. I'm going to resist that, but I am also excited for Bad Bunny. A final stone is placed for all the joys and the sorrows that we hold in our hearts that were not spoken. I invite you to join with me in a time of meditation and prayer. Spirit of life, connect us with life. Connect us with the miracle of birth. Connect us with childhood, with adolescence, with youth, with eldering, even with death. That part of the circle of life. Connect us with each other as we celebrate connection, as we grieve losses, as we work for a better world, for change in ways that we can make it. Remove from us the illusion of our separateness. Remind us of our fragility and our vulnerability. May we respond to this gift of life with boldness, with courage, and most especially with love. Amidst all the prayers of this community, amidst the suffering in our world, amidst the pain in our own heart, let us be still for a time and hold a time of silent prayer together. Amen. And blessed be.
So hard to understand, so cold is the divide, where a kindness ruled the land, anger beside. Heard they killed another man, all because he took a side. Just a cell phone in his hand, fear in his eye. Minnesota. Starlight gathered on the lake, so far away from home, looking north as if to say, you're not alone. Minnesota. towards a bitter wind. Friends are reaching out for you. Light will find its way again. Love will break through. Minnesota. Minnesota.
For the reading this morning, we'd like to share two excerpts from essays by James Baldwin. The first comes from his book, The Fire Next Time, published in 1963. Life is tragic simply because the earth turns and the sun inexorably rises and sets, and one day, for each of us, the sun will go down for the last time. Perhaps the whole root of our trouble, the human trouble, is that we will sacrifice all the beauty of our lives, will imprison ourselves in totems, taboos, crosses, blood sacrifices, steeples, mosques, races, armies, flags, nations, in order to deny the fact of our death, the only fact we have. It seems to me that one ought to rejoice in the fact of death, ought to decide indeed to earn one's death by confronting with passion the conundrum of life. One is responsible for life. It is the small beacon in that terrifying darkness from which we come and to which we shall return. The second reading comes from Baldwin's essay, Nothing Personal, published in 1964. For nothing is fixed. Forever, 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 it is not fixed. The earth is always shifting. The light is always changing. The sea does not cease to grind down rock. Generations do not cease to be born. And we are responsible to them because we are the only witnesses they have. The sea rises. The light fails. Lovers cling to each other, and children cling to us. The moment we cease to hold each other, the moment we break faith with one another, the sea engulfs us and the light goes out.
Love takes off the masks that we fear we cannot live without, and know we cannot live within. In honor of Black History Month, observance of Black History Month, I want to talk with you this morning about one of my favorite writers, James Baldwin, who was a novelist, an essayist, and a public intellectual. He was a gay man, an atheist and humanist, and a Black man whose writings on the racialized psyche remain as profound today as when he first wrote them. What Baldwin has to say about race and about the racialized psyche is very, very hard, but also offers a pathway to liberation. In 1963, 63 years ago, Baldwin published a short volume called The Fire Next Time. The Fire Next Time consisted of 2 essays. The first essay is very short, 8 pages, and is written in the form of a letter to his teenage nephew on the occasion of the 100th anniversary of the Emancipation Proclamation. In this letter, he counsels his nephew on how to live within a racist and a racialized society, how to preserve his own humanity in the face of forces of dehumanization. The second essay, 10 times as long, and in it, Baldwin writes about religion. He writes about his decision to leave the black church as a teenager. And then he writes about, as an adult, meetings, conversations with the prophet Elijah Muhammad, the leader of the Nation of Islam, and about Elijah Muhammad's failed attempts to try to convert him to Islam. Having rejected both African American Christianity and black Islam, Baldwin concludes his essay by offering a humanistic vision of life. Several years ago, a movie was made about James Baldwin. The movie was called I Am Not Your Negro. And the movie interspersed videos of Baldwin speaking and images of the civil rights movement in the 60s with contemporary images of the Black Lives Matter movement. And people's reaction to that, and this is the same when they read Baldwin today, it's common to hear Baldwin's as relevant today, even timely, which is a tragedy in that it shows how we continue to struggle with issues and with injustices decades and centuries old. Baldwin counseled his teenage nephew in the first essay on how to live amidst a racist and dehumanizing society, and we need not look far to find evidence that dehumanization is still very much alive in our world in 2026. The dehumanization, racial dehumanization, is posted in deranged posts on social media from the White House in the darkest hours of the night. It is pushed in every segment of policy, from education to healthcare, to the Supreme Court, to the courtrooms. Immigrants are dehumanized. Black and brown people are dehumanized. Trans people are dehumanized. Women are dehumanized. Girls, children, dehumanized. When I am troubled, and these days I am often troubled, James Baldwin is one of the authors I turn to find a mooring and a grounding. I turn to him not because his message is easy, but because it's true, I feel. And to understand his message, there is some common history that we need to know. It is the history of the invention of race. According to historian Ibram X. Kendi, race is not some ancient category, not some immutable truth, but rather race is a fairly modern invention, a social construct. According to Kendi, categories of race were invented in the 1600s in Virginia as a way of breaking solidarity between those in the laboring class. As Kendi explains, racism, racist ideas, did not cause economic injustice and exploitation. Rather, economic exploitation and injustice created racism as a way to perpetuate itself. In so many words, in Virginia in the 1600s, economic elites said to second-class laborers of European descent, we are going to create a third class of people, and we're going to make life truly horrible for them. And what you get out of it is not being a part of that third class. I remember attending an anti-racism training with the Racial Equity Institute here in town. And there was how many people have been to an REI training before? Great, great. There was an activity that I remember vividly because it was awkward. So to set it, the makeup of the group was probably about 60% white, 30% black, 10% Latina. We had all just come back from lunch. We were sitting in a big circle in the room, and the instructors had us go around the room, and we had to say what we liked about being a part of our racial group. The instructors started by asking the African American participants, and they went around and shared. Then they asked the Latina participants, who went around and shared. And the African Americans and Latinas in the group, they answered with sort of positive generalizations. Stereotypes, true. It was kind of essentialized, but there were positive things. Then it was my turn, our turn. The white people in the room had to go around and say what it is that we liked about being white. It was a really interesting to see the results. First of all, a lot of people in the room had difficulty saying anything. But from those who were able to answer, every answer was basically about getting a pass from third-class citizenship. One man answered, "I can go to a bank and get a loan, and I don't have to worry about being discriminated against because of my race." Another spoke up, "I know I won't get pulled over on account of my race." The next, "I won't get treated unfairly by the court system because of my race." Around the room we went, naming privilege, but not even really privilege. Avoidance of punishment. And avoidance of punishment is not really privilege. If I had read Ibram Kendi's book had not come out yet at that point, but when I read it, I connected, there's a straight line connecting us in that room to the creation of race in 1600s Virginia. The turn of the 20th century, W.E.B. Du Bois published The Souls of Black Folk. In this book, he coined the phrase, the psychological wages of whiteness. What this meant basically is the benefit of knowing that you're not going to be treated as a third-class citizen. In 1965, upon reaching Montgomery on the march from Selma, Martin Luther King gave a speech, and I'm going to read from it as he echoes Du Bois's idea of the psychological wages of whiteness. King said in 1965, "It may be said of the Reconstruction era that the Southern aristocracy took the world and gave the poor white man Jim Crow. And when the poor white man's wrinkled stomach cried out for the food that his empty pockets could not provide, he ate Jim Crow, a psychological bird that told him that no matter how bad off he was, at least he was not as bad off as us." King continues, "And when his undernourished children cried out for the necessities that his low wages could not provide, he showed them the Jim Crow signs on the buses and in the stores, on the streets, and in the public buildings. And his children, too, learned to feed upon Jim Crow." Their last outpost of psychological oblivion. Their last outpost of psychological oblivion. That's King in 65. 2 years earlier, Baldwin posed a theory that there is, in the psyche, a profound fear of being seen as one is, and an equally profound need to be seen as one is. Let me read to you from Baldwin. Baldwin writes, It is for this reason that love is so desperately sought and so cunningly avoided. Love takes off the masks that we fear we cannot live without and know we cannot live within. Baldwin continues, I use the word love here not merely in the personal sense, but as a state of being, a state of grace, not the infantile American sense of being made happy, but in the tough, universal sense of quest and daring and growth. For Baldwin, the way out, the way to become fully human, the way to claim our mortal and vulnerable humanity, or the way out of our challenges is to become fully human, to claim our mortal and vulnerable humanity. As Kaylee read, life is tragic simply because the earth turns and the sun inexorably rises and sets. And one day for each of us, the sun will go down for the last time. Perhaps the whole root of our trouble, the human trouble, is that we'll sacrifice all the beauty of our lives. We'll imprison ourselves in totems and taboos, crosses, blood sacrifices, steeples, mosques, races, armies, flags, nations, in order to deny the fact of death, the only fact we have. It seems to me that one ought to rejoice in the fact of death, ought to decide indeed to earn one's death by confronting with passion the conundrum of life. One is responsible for life. It is that small beacon in that terrifying darkness from which we come and to which we shall return. Baldwin argues that to fully embrace life, we must give up the illusion that things are constant when they are not. Give up the illusion of safety, the illusion of invincibility, the illusion of being outside of the human cycle. He says that when people cling to those things, the freedom to be fully human disappears. What Baldwin proposes is not an easy path, not an easy one, but it is one that is profound. It begins with recognizing our own human vulnerability, and then moving beyond that to recognize the shared humanity of all of us, the universal humanity of all. And then, in working bravely, courageously, with conviction, to counter those forces that dehumanize whenever they are present within us and within our world. I find this path of being human challenging, but also for me true. May it be for you, may it be for us as well. Amen, and blessed be. Our closing hymn this morning is number 34, Though I May Speak with Bravest Fire, and I invite us to rise in body or in spirit as we sing together.
Thank you.
The words for extinguishing the chalice are in your order of service. Please join me if you wish to do so. We extinguish this flame, but not the light of truth, the warmth of community, or the fire of commitment. These we carry in our hearts until we are together again. So let's thank everyone who contributed to this. And please join us in singing Shalom. The words are in your order of service. You might hold hands with your neighbor or cross your hands over your heart.